I usually talk about trucking, all about trucking on this channel, but tonight I'm gonna talk about something else. I wanted to talk about the kid Karmelo Anthony. When I first heard this name last year, this case is an old case. I've been following this case for like a year now. I thought it was a basketball player, Karmelo Anthony from the New York Knicks, and he used to play for the Denver Nuggets with Allen Iverson. I thought it was that dude. But I found out it was a high school kid from Texas. I heard the town name was Fresco, Texas. I heard he was a track runner, a track star, whatever. And then he went under a tent, and it was raining. He wanted to go under a tent, be sheltered, whatever. And 220 white boy, they approached him. They told him to, hey, you're gonna have to move. And there was probably a bunch of women, girls. There was probably a bunch of girls around his age, his friends around his peers, whatever. And he had an ego. He wanted to prove something. So, like, people keep on telling me it was not a knife. My son's mother told me it was not no knife. It was a sign for his, like, gym shoes or some shit. I don't know, man. But it's a weapon. And I heard it was like illegal. It was legal to carry. First you said it was a knife. I mean, I have a blade like this. This is 3.5. With this little blade, he killed that kid with a blade like this. I guess it had to be a blade like this. Like, and I heard the kid Austin Metcalf, one of the twins. I heard he knew how to do jiu-jitsu and wrestle and stuff. And I heard he was about like 200 pounds. Him and his brother was like 200 pounds. And Karmelo Anthony, he's like 130 pounds. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I kept on telling my son's mother, before this had happened, I was training my little son. My son's like, at that time he was 5 years old. First I started training him and his sister. I stopped training his sister. I'm only training him now, because his sister already taking taekwondo class and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You have to learn a discipline. Like me, I think the best discipline is wrestling. I think when you wrestle, you can slam somebody. You can end the fight with a slam to the ground. You can kill a person. You get manslaughter right there. I mean, you get manslaughter. Instead of get 35 for stabbing, you get manslaughter. You know what I mean? Like, with boxing, you throw a punch, you knock that person out, and you kill that person. If that person fall down, his head hit the ground, he end up dying, having a seizure on the ground. I mean, I ride that than you stabbing and shit. I mean, then they can't say, oh, it's murder. He had a weapon. You know what I mean? If you punch somebody, you slam somebody to the ground, you get manslaughter. I mean, you go do 10 years. You know what I mean? So, I was training my son how to box. I mean, I used to do a little, I did some MMA. I used to spar in MMA class. My first discipline class was karate. That was in New Jersey. That was like in 2002. Second discipline class was Hung Gar Kung Fu. That was in Boston, Massachusetts. I took Hung Gar Kung Fu for 2 years. Then I started going to kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, Chinese kickboxing. This guy named Paul, he was like a short, he was like half Puerto Rican, half Vietnamese, and he had a partner named Eric. I was trained by them with kickboxing and jiu-jitsu. Like, I started doing kickboxing jiu-jitsu with them. And then they used to say I couldn't box, and then I left they on MMA class, and then I started concentrating on my boxing skills. I did some amateur. I did a few amateur boxing. I'm not the best boxer and stuff, but right now my boxing technique got better. It's like, cause I've been like practicing my technique. I haven't sparred anybody for the longest. The last time I did some grappling and sparring was in Arizona, when I live in Arizona, but that's another story. That was like 2-3 years ago when I was living in Arizona. I did some like boxing. I did some jiu-jitsu. I rolled on the ground. I did some jiu-jitsu with these young kids and stuff like that. That was like 2-3 years ago in Arizona. But anyway, yeah, back to Karmelo Anthony and stuff. So, like, I was telling my son mother, I mean, my son, he's already spoiled. He just want to play with his action figure. He want to play with his Switch. I mean, he doesn't want to learn anything. He doesn't think he's smart enough. I'm like, you gotta use your brain. You're not dumb. I mean, you just gotta use your brain. He doesn't want to think. I mean, he doesn't want to use his brain. I mean, because his mom, just play right. He plays toys every day. He goes to school. He told me he goes to school. He plays. I mean, he plays when he goes to school. But I heard he's about to graduate kindergarten. He's about to go first grade in September. He's gonna be 7 in September. Anyway, Karmelo Anthony didn't know how to fight. If he knew how to fight, he would not pull out a blade. Whatever he had in his pocket knife, whatever they call it. They said it was not no knife, it was an object. I'm like, it's a sharp object that could kill somebody. He ended up killing the kid. I mean, I don't know how like, if I lost my son, I mean, that's why I'm not trying to lose my son. I mean, because you're not always going to have a gun. You're not always going to have a fight. I mean, a knife. I mean, so, like, it's good to learn how to fight. I mean, it's good to learn how to fight. I mean, like, if he knew how to fight, he would have fight. One of them dude, like, them dude know how to wrestle and jiu-jitsu. They would have hurt him. But I think they was on top of him. So I think, like the story kept on switching the stories. Some people say, oh, he was standing up, he stabbed the dude. Some people say the dude was on top of him and then he stabbed the dude. He pulled out his knife or whatever object that he had in his book bag. He stabbed Austin Metcalf, whatever his name is. You know what I mean? But if he knew how to fight with his hand, I mean, like, they're in the suburb. Usually these high school in the suburb, they have wrestling class. They have like jiu-jitsu class, karate class. Some of these high school have boxing class. You know what I mean? Like, but Karmelo Anthony, he just wanted to play football and run track. You know what I mean? Like, for some reason, I think he knew about these bullies in that school. He probably went to another school that was like near that school. They were in the same district and stuff. They like rivals or something like that. In track and basketball and football and stuff like that, they were rival. For some reason, I think he knew about those twins. He knew about those twins. You know what I mean? Because he been running track. They probably been running track for a while. He played football. They play football. They rivals. He probably know them. He probably know about them and stuff. Anyway, like, if that kid knew how to fight, he would not, like, he would not be going to court. He would not get 35 years. I mean, I've been telling my son mother ever since before my son was even born. I was like, bro, when he grew, like, he's like around 5, 6 years old. Like, I'm gonna start having him box and put him like wrestling class and all that stuff. You know what I mean, those kids who's disciplined, a lot of them be getting shot and killed. You know what I mean? A lot of them be getting shot. Like the disciplined kid who knows how to fight, they get shot and killed. Cause right now we live in a gun era where everybody have a gun and stuff like that. I mean, but there's gonna be a time where the U.S. government they're gonna be mad. They're gonna have these strict gun laws in every state where you gotta be like a military or a security guard or a freaking cop to have guns and stuff. I mean, but like people have guns illegally, kids have guns illegally, and when they start putting these when they start having these like tougher death sentence and stuff like that. Like, people in Florida, they all have guns and stuff like that, but there's a death penalty in Florida. There's a death penalty in Texas. There's a death penalty in Arizona. There's death penalty in California. You know what I mean? I mean, Texas, you carry guns. Florida, you get a gun permit and carry guns, open carry, all that stuff. I mean, Arizona, you have a gun with, you don't even need a gun permit. Once you don't have no criminal record, you could have a gun. You could just, once you have a gun in the holster, whatever they call it, you can carry a gun with you don't have to go to you don't have to go to police department and get a gun permit. You don't need none of that in Arizona. And I think Georgia's the same way too. You know what I mean? But it's good to learn how to fight with your hands. I mean, because if you go kill somebody, now you get locked up. They put you in the cell with a fucking white supremacy skinhead. You know what I mean? Now you're in trouble. You know what I mean? And most of these people are developed and so Karmelo Anthony, he's not developed. You know what I mean? He still have a high school kid body. I mean, those two twins, white twins, they were 200 pounds. You know what I mean? They developed, they have a developed body and stuff. They big. I mean, and plus they disciplined. They know how to wrestle, and I mean, even wrestling couldn't stop a blade and stuff. He probably didn't see the blade coming, but Karmelo Anthony warned him, hey, I mean, he warned him, you know what I mean? He didn't see that blade coming. The way he swinged it or the way he used it, he didn't see it coming. But he did, Karmelo Anthony did warn him that he had the blade. You know what I mean? Like, but I feel sorry for that white family too. I mean, I have two kids. I have a son and a daughter, and I mean, I can't. I mean, my son and stuff. And I was watching that Power Force where the bald head guy would train that kid how to box, and then those two bullies that came back. He beat up one of the bullies, and then one of the bullies pulled out a gun and shot him and stuff. I mean, I don't want that to happen to my son and stuff. I mean, but Karmelo Anthony, he live in the suburb. Them kids, I mean, in Texas, they probably have a gun, but they live in the suburb, man. That's a nice area. You know what I mean? Nice area and stuff. And man, this dude he ruined his life, and then the other kid died. I mean, they probably, and I heard the Austin Metcalf father, I heard that his cousin is the warden of the prison where Karmelo Anthony is gonna be at. So they might try to set him up to kill him and shit. You know what I mean? They might set him up to kill him and stuff. You know what I mean? So, man, like, if that kid knew how to fight, man, none of that would happen, man. I got stabbed with my legs. I got stabbed with my hand. I mean, I got my hand sliced. You know what I mean? I know how it feels to get stabbed. I mean, when I got stabbed with my legs, on my thigh and stuff, the ambulance had to pick me up because I couldn't walk because all the blood was bursting out my legs and stuff. And then when my hand got sliced, like right in the middle and stuff, it's still numb. I can't really feel anything. I have like a big scar right here. I still had to go to the ambulance with that, and they had to do a surgery. They had to put me to sleep and do a surgery. And my hands and stuff. It's like I have a big scar right here. So yeah, I know how it feels to get stabbed and stuff, man. And there was another time, this one kid, he put a blade on me, and I tore to a soda bottle on him, and then I rushed him, and then I had to put him in the red naked